was my attempt to play a piece by Bach that I've been working on this week. I've actually been working on this song on all three instruments that I'm learning how to play, the violin, viola, and the cello. Figured for this week I'll just play it on the cello, since it's been a lot of work to try and get it decent on all three instruments. Actually, I'm probably better on the violin, viola, so I probably should have played it on one of those, but figured it's only been one time since I've actually made a video of me playing the cello, so I figured it's time to make another cello video. And the first video I made when of playing the cello was after I'd first gotten it, and I only had it a couple days, and so I think I was just like grabbing the bow like that. I didn't even know how to really hold the bow. So one of the things I've been working on since then, I've been playing the cello now, I've probably had it about 6 weeks. One of the hardest things, and what I'm finally feeling like I'm making a little progress at, is actually getting the bow hold a little bit more comfortable. It's still awkward, but that combined with how you hold your wrist and everything, it's kind of weird. But I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it, and it's not slipping out of my hands as much as it was when I was first trying to do the proper bow hold. This particular song that I just played for you, it's tricky, and some of the reason for that, at least at my skill level that I'm at now, it's tricky. But it's got a lot of bowing techniques that legato, where I'm playing one bow stroke and playing anywhere from 2 to 4 notes across that bow stroke, as opposed to 1 note per stroke. But it's combining legato with 1 note per stroke, and then there might be 2 notes per stroke, and then 1 note per stroke, and then maybe like 4 notes per stroke. So keeping up with all that's a little tricky, and knowing exactly where I'm at bow stroke wise within the song is actually quite a challenge. Also, the song I'm playing as a beginner, most all the music that you play as a beginner is in what's called the first position, which means your fingers are always in the same spot on the fretboard. For example, that would be the first position, and it'd be the same thing on all strings, and that's, you play most your songs, like I said, as a beginner within that range on the fretboard. Now, this particular song ventures into the second position, which is, if that's the first position, now I've got to move my index finger, or excuse me, my second finger, to where the pinky is now. Ooh, of course I got to be in the right spot here. And then it goes back into the first position again. So that happens twice within the song, where I'm actually changing position on the fretboard, and so that's good to get some experience doing that, because as I continue to progress, most of the pieces will be all over the fingerboard, so it makes sense to start learning how to adjust and change positions while I'm playing. So anyway, that's what I've been working on this week. I will next week try and play the song better, and also probably play it on all 3 instruments, or at least on 2 of the instruments that I'm learning, the violin, the viola, and the cello. And like I said, as I seem to say almost every week, hopefully next week it'll sound better, and I'll be able to actually entertain you, as opposed to disgust you with my playing. Okay, I think I finally got the words out there. So anyway, I appreciate you watching, and see you next week. Discuss. Come on, I can't even say the word.